Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the White Collar Goon, the creative and artistic manifestation of angels in politics, and I am taking you on a walk today, a cheeky stroll just around the block. I wanted to change the scenery, just for a moment. Most of the time I have you in front of my house, in my car, or in my bedroom, things of that nature, which are very intimate, which are very near and dear to me because I spend most of my time here, especially in the moments of quarantine. It's funny, even whenever I wasn't in quarantine and the world wasn't on lockdown, I still spend most of my time at home, being that I'm not employed. Well, I am employed, and that's really what I want to get into. Okay, so first and foremost, have you had your dinner? Have you had your lunch? Okay, if you have, let me know. I just had a big salad, but I don't know, I don't want to put this in the universe, but there was some old, rotisserie chicken in the fridge that had been in there for quite some time. My father had purchased this. I cut it up and put it in the microwave, and I try to make like a chicken salad. And I normally don't put any meat. I normally don't have meat unless it's for dinner. I'll just try to have meat once a day, as of recent. But I'm not too keen on the way I'm feeling right now in my tummy. So hopefully that just stays there and that passes. But either way, I'm glad that you are enjoying yourself. I can't go too far right now because I have another conference call, Zoom meeting with my cohort group in under an hour. So I'm just using this time just to get some fresh air, reset the neural pathways, be at one with the solar, the wind, the earth, and be in a state of flow with you, right? So that's why I'm speaking with you. Wow, that smells good. Fresh grass, and wow, really beautiful flowers. All right, so the reason why I wanted to talk to you outside of my house or away from my house, is because we have some guys installing a sprinkler system in front of our home, and it can get a little loud. They're digging up things, and they're putting in pipes and wiring, and the internet was disconnected for a while, and so on and so forth. So just want to let those guys do their job. They're a blessing, and I really wanted to get some time away with you, right? To speak with you about purpose. So boom, you might find that you're in a stage whereby you don't know what you want to do in life, because that's quite common amongst the youth. It's quite common amongst adults. People figure just because you're a certain age, you're going to have it figured out, or you're going to know what you need to do. And it's not always like that, It's not always like that. And it's okay. It's okay. I think the truth of the matter is being in alignment to your higher self, to your spiritual self, and having that sense of oneness. Understanding that there is a sense of oneness within everything in this world, everything in this universe. We connect, and we are able to, become involved, be aligned. You can synchronize with all the animate objects, the inanimate objects, the nature, human beings, of course. And in order to do that, you must go inwardly, right? As you can see, I got my taco meat out right now. So yeah, for me, it's kind of interesting because I'm in this cohort group. I'm learning the methodologies, the processes, the steps, the trainings, I'm orienting myself, or I would say there is an orientation, but I'm orienting my thought patterns and my behaviors to become this person, this individual who can, not even perform the job, but like first and foremost get the job. And I'm having some blockages would be the term I would use. There's some blockages spiritually. There's some blockages emotionally, cognitively. There are some blockages that aren't allowing, that are refusing or preventing me from fully surrendering. And I talk about surrender often, maybe not that often, but I do talk about being vulnerable and surrendering yourself to God and surrendering the ego and things of that nature. But I have some challenges surrendering to this position, and they're not conscious. It's not like I'm going out to say, boom, like I'm just not with the shit, and I don't want to do the homework, or things of that nature. A lot of it is truly like it's just not in alignment. It's not in accordance. It's not parallel to where I am on my journey. And I feel like the huge component is nothing wrong with the job. It's just fundamentally it's not spiritual. It doesn't connect to my highest self. It doesn't connect to my spiritual self. It doesn't connect. It doesn't activate. It doesn't engage my spiritual. I won't say my spiritual gifts, but it maybe doesn't engage my spiritual gifts. I'm a giver. I'm an encourager. I'm a conductor. I'm a people person. And you can be doing all of these things selling software too. Like, I mean, I don't want you to think that any person who's a sales development representative isn't a connector. They're not people persons. They're not, encouraging or empathetic or motivational. I'm pretty sure they're all of those things. Actually, I would say they are all of those things. But I feel like that's what they want to do. They want to do those jobs, and I'm getting feedback from my people's yo, this is a stepping stone. This is something that is just used to get your foot in the door, so you can really move up the ladder, of success, or get into that upward mobility of job placements and do all these other types of things. And it's like, I don't want to be in some organizational hierarchical structure. I don't want to deal with quote unquote office politics. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I really don't want to even fake the funk anymore. What's going on? I really don't even want to put myself in a position or in an environment whereby you might even think or presume that I'm trying to be in accordance or trying to associate myself with this structure. I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the universal laws of nature. I'm with whatever God needs me to do, because I say, listen, Lord, allow me to decrease as you increase. I'm on that level where I pray every morning, Lord, use me as an instrument. And if the instrument that God wants to utilize me as is in a sales department, making phone calls with a headset and sending out emails to people whom I don't know nor care to. I'm not gonna say I care about people in general, but not to sell them some shit. If that's the way I'm supposed to be used, then it will go down. What will be for you will be for you. His will be done. How's it going, sir? And that's really how it's gonna go down. But I'm really low-key struggling, and I'm not struggling oh my gosh, that type of thing. But it's I'm an outspoken person, and eventually people are gonna ask me, and I'm not gonna fake the funk. If they ask me is this really why you're here? Like, why are you really here? Is this something that you really want to do? Like, why should we move you forward with our company? Or why should you be this? Why should we hire you? I'm pretty sure, I mean, I might be the person to say maybe you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should, to be honest. Like, you know, it's almost like when a girl, whenever you're like at a club or some shit and you're talking to some young lady who you find to be fit, and she tells you some shit like normal, like whatever women say at bars, like, oh no, I can't go home with you. No, I can't. I have a boyfriend or some shit. But then she'll say, oh, take my number down. I remember telling one girl, I don't want your number. No, I don't want your number. And funny enough, when I said that, homegirl was like, wait, that's not how that works. She actually became more interested after that. She was like, wait, you mean you don't? You're hitting on me and you're not asking for my number? Where does that work? Like, it's almost like these jobs are saying, you went through all this training, you went through 2 months of this, that, and the third, and internships, and reading this, and writing that, and typing this, and homework assignments that, and blase blah, and you're not, you mean you don't want the job? What do you mean you don't want the job? How could you be? We need people who want to be here, and the truth of the matter is, you might be in a place whereby you don't want to be at that job wherever you are. You might be looking for some work, and you're just so busy trying to make ends meet, and I know how that flows. I mean, I'm not in that situation right now. Luckily, I've been blessed and fortunate to be living with my parents, and they're not kicking me out or like today. So it's not like, oh man, I need to have this job so I can put some food in my mouth, that type of thing. But I know what it's like to be like, okay, like I have to make something move. I got to make something shake. Because this shit isn't cool right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not eating right now. I'm not in a place of comfort and convenience right now. But I'm going to take it up a notch and say, are you spiritually being fed? You know, like once you've undergone, or once you're undergoing, or once you're in the midst of a spiritual awakening, and it's wild that it's like that. But once you get into something like that, like, you won't be able to turn back from it, you know? You won't be able to go back from that. You won't be able to turn back from that. So it's really important for you to find like some work that is in alignment to your purpose, to your higher purpose. And that's going to help you move forward. And that's actually going to like put you on that, or you will be placed, you know, on your journey or within your journey in a position whereby you're going to be of utmost utility, you know, of utmost help to whoever it is that's around you. So it's critical that you take your time. It's critical that you don't rush jumping into some position haphazardly just because, you know, they might have called you up, or they might have offered you some bullshit ass job, or they might hit you with some Jedi mind trick, reverse, you know, psychologies, like you need them, and you wouldn't be anywhere without this job, and you need to be working here type shit. And it's like, I find that a lot of people fall into these traps, and they're quite susceptible to these, you know, these schemes that workplaces and employers, you know, they deploy some dark tactics, really dark tactics, playing on people's insecurities, playing on the fears of the unknown, playing on, you know, your lack of value, or your sense of, you know, low self-esteem, or, you know, lack of self-awareness, and all these types of things. You know, you find yourself doing work and you think, oh, I just need to make a little piece of change, and I just need to go ahead and make ends meet. And before you know it, you're giving it's not just a 9 to 5. Your gifts are there, your time is there, your effort is there, your energy is there. You know, what you have been blessed with as far as who you are spiritually, like who you are as a as a human being, and you're more than that. You're not a human being. You're a spiritual vehicle. You're a vessel, and you're bringing your powers. You're bringing your superpowers into a ecosystem, into an environment. And if that's not being valued, trust me, you're going to be the one losing, not the company. The company isn't losing paying you whatever they're paying you. It's not coming out of their motherfucking pockets. You know what I'm saying? But it's coming out of yours. It's definitely coming out of yours. And I'm at a point now where it's like I can't make these exchanges anymore. I can't allow you to think that I'm just gonna be pulling up at some job and commuting to work and, you know, waking up at whatever time. I wake up early as it is, but I'm doing that in accordance with God. I'm doing that in accordance with nature. I'm not doing this just for somebody else to be telling me, you know, whatever the fuck it is they're going to try to tell me, you know, and it's not I don't think it's too much about the control, even though it kind of is. A lot of it has to be like me being in alignment with whatever it is that I'm doing. It has to be a spiritual connection. And since I've had this awakening, or since I'm in the midst of this awakening, and since I'm still working on, you know, channeling and moving forward with the Kundalini energy, balancing the Kundalini energy, synthesizing the solar and lunar energy, the divine feminine with the divine masculine. I just can't be doing any side job, any side hustle, anything just to like pay the bills. And I wouldn't push that for you either. I wouldn't promote that for you either. I wouldn't want you to go down that road either. Straight like that. Straight like that. Namaste. Namaskar.